good evening, and welcome to today's video, which is about welcoming what is. So I don't know if you have come to this insight yourself, but I have realized in my life that I never suffer from what actually happens. I suffer from my resistance to what happens. I suffer from not accepting life as life is and a wanting for it to be something that it's not right now. It doesn't mean that we should stop striving, that we should not dream or want other things in life or anything like that. It simply has to do with finding peace here and now so we can welcome a new now. Because if we struggle and resist what is, we miss the opportunity that life brings us every moment. And no matter if we like it or not, this is my convincement, okay? So I believe that no matter if we like it or not, life always are here for our highest good, even though we can't see it, that we can't feel it, even though that there are plenty of injustices, so to say, even though that there are many difficulties, even though there's a lot of darkness. I personally believe that if we choose to accept and do all that we can to have a positive attitude towards life and have trust that everything happens from the higher good and that we search to find solutions and find the blessing in everything and strive to be in love within ourselves towards everything, then I personally believe that we are always winning. It may be not look like that in the outside, but I'm not talking about the outside. Everything that I talk about is an internal journey. For me, success is when we overcome ourselves. For me, success is when we are free within ourselves. It has nothing to do if people approve of us or not, if we have a lot of money or whatever it is all about if we are true towards our spirits. So therefore, when it is that life hits us hard, it has nothing to do with when I say that we should accept in the way that we play victims. Okay, I accept this and it's for me and I just accept and I'm a victim. It's not like that. That's not acceptance. Acceptance is that we stand straight, so to say. We don't bend, of course. We stand straight with our spirit and we go with what is right, no matter what. And it is never right that we play victims when we are children of God. We are God's kids, all of us, and we all have God's power within us. And if there's something that we are not, then it's victims. We can choose to act as victims, but when we choose to act as victims, we definitely go against ourselves, and that is not acceptance of life. Acceptance of life is also that we accept ourselves as we are. That means that we have the power to find freedom in every way. And I don't know about you, but I know personally that my freedom has nothing to do with the outside. It has all to do with how I choose to perceive myself and this world. You know, it is, and I am getting more and more amazed about how powerful spirituality is. And I am getting more and more amazed also because I realize that spirituality is the only thing that is in everything. It is just a matter of how much I choose to actually focus on it and to not be confused by the so-called worldly world's perception of the world. So, but it's a choice, and I know that it can be hard sometimes. So we choose actually to get swept with the confused thing world. It's never something that happens to us. It is something that we choose, even though it doesn't feel like that all the time. But we always have the ability to get back to our spirit. And many times we have to go through very, very dark times in order to be willing to listen inwardly, because we realize then that that is the only way to survive emotionally through things. And yeah, that is where the greatest insights come, with the greatest wisdom, the most pure freedom, and the true awakening of who we really are, and where we really have the opportunity to feel God's power within us and what we truly are, which is love and forgiveness and compassion and just a pure willingness to help the world. Because we get so clean when we are in pain, so the ego has no, what can you say, oxygen. So we are somehow so open in that state when we are in pain, so we can receive God much more. And I can say, if it wouldn't have been for all that pain I've been through in my life, and I've been through so much pain, I tell you, I would never have gained what I cherish the most in my life today, which is the contact that I have with myself. And I know truly what is important in life. And I know that the only thing that is of value is the relationship I have with myself and with God, and how I choose to handle each and every moment. Because that is what creates life. That is what builds one's person. That is what builds one's character and self-esteem and self-respect and integrity and all of that. It is not the big things, it's in the small things. It's in the commitment to stay true to oneself. And if it wouldn't have been for all my struggles, I just think I would have lived like this life, and my awakening would happen maybe never, So I know that everything that happens to us actually happens for us, as you probably have heard before. And I know it because I lived it, and I still live it every day. And when we just bend for this truth and welcome whatever is, and know that everything happens for us, then we have one peace immediately, if we truly mean it from the heart, because then we can start to give trust to where it should be, which is life, God, the Creator. But that doesn't mean that it is easy, and that it doesn't mean that it's not painful, but it's not painful in the so-called normal way. It is painful in a cleansing way, because we don't resist it. So we can heal immediately. Okay. I love you, and I wish you a beautiful day.